Hold on. If I'm going to be dressed up, I should be dressed up for this. This tournament deserves a good-looking Caleb. That's what I'm saying.
Whoa. That was like complete trash, sir.
Well, sir, I can't help it the way I make people look.
I don't know, Justin. We usually open this by talking about something cool or nerdy, but there's got to be something we can talk about that's not like Star Trek or sake or sumo, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Lone Star Sumo.
Hey!
I'm Baccus, and not with me today is Justin Kizzard. He's at home.
I'm at my house.
Oh, man. So let me start off by saying we had recorded this on Sunday at
Yes.
Texas Sake. It was a great episode, but you're going to have to trust us on that because we had some mic issues and the recording was terrible. And we had to scrap.
Yeah, which sucks because, I mean, we, definitely had a lot higher energy, and we are now recording this after, a nice week of, or we're in the midweek of our work life.
Yeah, true. This is a Wednesday night. My weekends are usually Monday, Tuesday. So Sunday when I drink with Justin and talk about this, no big deal. I sleep in on Monday. But now I had my first day of the week, so it's kind of like my Monday, and I got to do this again. Yay! Awesome. What did you do today, Justin?
Today did a lot of work for Texas Sake. We've got, obviously it's springtime. We've got a lot of live music coming up in the brewery. I just had a meeting with a group called So Far Sounds, which they choose, like they do these secret concerts. You buy the tickets and you don't know the artist that's going to perform until like 24 hours before the performance. And it's usually 3 bands. So it's pretty awesome. Like they're very artist focused, and they usually, and I got to catch one of their secret shows at this winery. And then they did again during South by that I went to, and I got lucky and talked with one of the managers of So Far Sounds. And I was like, do you want to do that at my place? And so, yeah, we just finished lining that up, which I'm not supposed to say for 7 days, but you want me to edit this out? I can edit this out. No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not supposed to post on social for it for 7 days.
I got to meet a lot of people in our area that are sumo watching. I mean,
exactly.
The reason why we do this is because we don't have a lot of people to talk to you about sumo. Okay, so it was an exciting Basho. I want to say it was an exciting ass Basho. Yeah. I also want to say, if you ever want a country act, I know someone with the last name Baccus. He lives in the area. Okay, didn't want to get off on that. Anyway,
that can happen.
He just released an album, so
plug it.
Yeah. Okay, so my brother Cade Baccus is a country musician in Austin, Texas, and I mean it. It's country. It's not that radio stuff. It's not that overplayed garbage. I apologize if you like the radio country. I hate it. But I call it stadium country. And there's nothing wrong with a stadium, but you know what I mean? It feels like it's supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be in honky tonks where country belongs. Like,
yeah.
There's that honky tonk country music.
It's pop country.
Yeah, it's pop country.
Yeah. Very, very, very repetitive hooks. Not so deep lyrics.
Yeah. But my brother likes to do like actual country music, like actual honky tonk stuff. You know, he's a fan of people like Hank Williams and Dwight Yoakam and stuff. So If you want, it's a great album. Strike Up the Band. His first video came out. It's been talked on podcasts.
What's the name of the band?
On Spotify. No, it's just Cade Baccus.
Okay.
Cade Baccus. Just look up Cade Baccus. Anyway, I mean, he has a band, but just look up Cade Baccus and you'll find the album and stuff.
Sweet.
Okay, so again, we are plugging stuff instead of going on with the sumo. And I know you're here for sake or sumo. So we're going to start with the exciting Basho and Juryo.
Okay.
And, I want to first mention real quick that Rudin won. I like Rudin. Not everybody does. Some people give him shit, I guess, for cheating, I guess.
I mean,
I think
I don't know. I don't condone cheating, but I do.
We don't know what their relationship is like.
Exactly. We don't know that. He seems like a good guy, and we don't know. He could be like Will Smith in Entanglement.
He could.
Now, hey, we wouldn't have been able to record a funny Will Smith thing if we hadn't done it
before. I mean, we did before that actually happened. Okay, so
what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
So Rudin won, and that also I found out recently. That gives him 6 championships, all division 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like he got it in every single division except for one. So that's really cool. I mean, it's gonna be hard for him to get 1 and 1 when he gets back up there because he was good, but he was always in the middle. But in the middle, just have a great tournament and freaking win. So wouldn't that be awesome if he had like 1 in all of them? That's pretty badass.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
I know.
Also in Juryo.
What about your boy Yago?
Yeah, Yago did really good. For the first time in a while, I feel like he's going to go up into the top 5 Juryos, and that'd be really good. Your boy Inho had his best tournament ever, 10 wins, his first double-digit win in his history.
Which blows my mind. I know we had talked about this on Sunday, but I just, for the life of me, I was like, no, he had to have had 10 wins, like or double-digit wins, period. But we looked back at the records, and Caleb is fucking right.
Yeah, a lot of 9s, but he just never got over that hump.
Wow.
This time he did. This time he got over that hump, and
he came out, even I think the first 5 or 6 days just blazing. I mean, it was like he was pulling. Yeah. He looked solid, which is crazy because he is now weighed in at 214. And for forever, he had been 216. I think his heaviest was like 218 or something like that.
Yeah, when he was up at the top of his the number 1 division, he was at 218. Yeah,
but he's moving. He's moving. Like I thought he had gained weight the way he was. Taking a lot of the tachiais, but I guess not. I don't know. I still
weight, but he might have been like good weight to lose because he had gotten all the way down to I think 209 or something like that. Like he got pretty light there for a while.
But I mean, 216 to 214, that's 2 pounds. I mean, he could have taken a shit the day he weighed in and
a really big one. And like, okay. Cade did really awful. He hurt his ankle like the 3rd or 4th day. And he put he had one of those little wrap socks on all to the last day. And you knew he was only wrestling because he wanted to get some wins. And he probably should just sat out because the only thing he had like 4 wins or something. I'm not totally sure, but did not.
But didn't he just? Oh no, that's Aoyama. I was gonna say, didn't he just?
I'm just.
My bad. Jumping ahead.
I also want to mention that Oho did really well, so he should be back in the top division. He barely dropped out with 7-8 in the last tournament. So here in March, had a good job. He kicked some butt. He should be back up. I believe a lot in this guy. I think he's great. Now, before we leave Juryo, I want to talk about this thing because we didn't talk about it before. We didn't talk about it in our preview episode.
Okay.
Atamifuji, which I do love the name. I've heard some people say it sounds like a superhero, and I agree. It does. Atamifuji just sounds like a superhero. It's great.
Yeah.
Adam Mountain or something. I don't know. It's freaking great. Anyway, a lot of people talked about him. Like everybody but us talked about him because he is 19 and he's in Juryo, and they're making a huge deal out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would that be such a big deal? Okay, guys. So I just want to say, like, it is a big deal now. It wasn't a big deal when I started watching sumo. I mean, it wasn't like the smallest thing in the world, but there was almost always one or two teenagers who were in the first or second division back in the day.
Yeah.
The Walker Ohana, I believe, was 18 by the time he got to first division. Hakuho fucking was there. He was a teenager too when he got in the first division. And it was always seems like it, but then I started thinking like the last teenager I can remember, and I'm not saying he is the last one I can just pull off the top of my head was Hakuho in the first division.
Mm-hmm.
Second division, I'm pretty sure Takayasu was 18 or 19 when he got into the second division. So yeah, it doesn't happen like it used to.
Yeah.
Thinking it's because more people stay through high school or go into university and stuff and do it. They don't go in at 15 or 16 very much anymore. They don't get to the stable.
Right. Which like I said on Sunday, like I support a lot of these younger guys who do university, get a degree, and go in. It just, it's setting them up for their future. What like the inevitable of retiring in their mid 30s, so I support that. Like or I support them getting their education and doing that, and then maybe coming, and then going into sumo a little bit later. But at the same time, like, if your heart of hearts says that you want to go full force into sumo straight out of high school, or even in high school or something like that, if I was your parent, I'd probably have something to say. But I don't know. I think it's awesome if that is your only passion and if that's your destiny, and more power to you. And I hope you become the next Hakuho or something.
Yeah.
And then, if it is your destiny,
it's gotta be a difficult decision. I mean, it's a little less, it's weird for us Americans because our primary schooling doesn't end until high school's done. And a lot of other countries, at high school, you can choose to go to high school or you can go into apprenticeship and do that. And that's part of why people started sumo at 15. And to us, that's weird. But if that's what you want to do, and I'm not talking about just sumo, I'm talking about like anything. If you're like
life.
Yeah, I want to weld. I fucking want to do that. Okay, it's 15. I don't really have to go to high school. I know I want to do this. If I can find someone to make me apprentice, I'll just start learning this shit. That's cool. I wasn't that put together at that point. Shit, I wasn't that put together. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, as does most people at that age. Like you're just figuring out life. You're figuring out your body, your hormones, all like everything. But there are a handful of people who know exactly what they want to do in life, and shit, more power to you. I was just drinking, and I don't know.
Trying to figure out who you are, so you knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah, going through the motions of life and trying my hardest to stay out of trouble.
Okay, so is there anyone else you want to talk about Juryo before we move on?
No, those were to me some of the high, those we hit all the highlights.
Okay, so let's. I want to talk about a few things before we go on to the main attraction.
Wait, at the midway point, let's hold on. It's not sumo and sake unless you talk about what's sake. Today, my sake is sponsored by one of my favorite little box sets. You know how sometimes people get those like Japanese snack sets and stuff, like what's that called? Bakso or something like that. I don't know.
There's a lot of names from. So
I don't know. But mine is a random box of sake. So you get 6 sakes quarterly in like this box. And it's a company called Tipsy, and it comes in like a really cool little box. And the sake is like in a set. I'm already like 2 in today. And the cool thing is, the one that I'm drinking today is called the Oni Koroshi, which is like a demon killer. So I'm going to plug Tipsy because they really do have some of the best selections of sake around. And so they give you like a little sheet that tells you information about the tasting and the temperature you should drink it at, the alcohol percentage, and then on the back a little bit about the what do you call it, the brewery that it's from. And I just think that that's really cool. And I get a little variety pack of stuff, and they all taste different. I'm drinking the heavier one because sumo and sake.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
that's really awesome because then you could become like a connoisseur of this.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think all of you, this is Sumo and Sake. I think I feel like Tipsy should be sponsoring us. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. If we get enough followers, they probably would.
Yeah, send us a box. Send us a box, Tipsy, or somebody, please, any one of our followers, holler at Tipsy and say you definitely should be sponsoring these guys because we love sake and we love sumo. So
it works out really well.
Yeah, and we'll definitely shout out what we're drinking from Tipsy. Yeah, make it happen. So I'll work for sake.
I want to call out a mistake we made in the preview episode. We were talking about Cade, and we said he's been up there for years now in the top division before he dropped down. We were actually wrong. At the end, the last two Bashos of 2019, he dropped in the Juryo for 2 Bashos and came back up. I don't remember
in
that.
2019.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all, but it did happen. I checked it out to make sure when I was editing, and it did. I remember what we were doing at that time. We had a tournament. It was my first actual sumo tournament, even though I've been doing sumo for a while. It was the first tournament I actually went to in San Antonio. And we were preparing because Philadelphia Nationals. We were trying to get first place to go to Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
That happened. So, we were trying hard for that stuff. So I don't know if we were even watching at that point. We were training nonstop. So that happened.
We were training.
Yeah, we made a mistake we made. We got Nationals coming up next month too. Woo!
Yeah. Well, let's jump into the top division because there's
a couple more things.
Oh, okay, go for it. No, run it.
So Zaz FTW ZNOZ.
Shout out.
FTW got me a link to download the movie we talked about, Sumo Do, Sumo Don't. I have it downloaded. When I can get some time with Justin over here in San Antonio, his family here, some point he'll show up. We'll watch that together, and we're gonna do a review on it, and that'll be a lot of fun. So thank you, Sans FTW. We also found out that Shit Goose 151 from our Texas Classic review, who said, and I quote, "When meat smacks him against meat," and did the little chef's kiss thing.
When it meat smack the meat.
I found out who that is. He messaged us. It's Matt from Dallas Sumo. If I'm not going to try and pronounce his last name, I would screw it up and I'd feel bad. But Matt is a big Native American man from Dallas Sumo. He also has his own podcast called Sumo Punx, where he talks about sumo and punk music and other kind of music he likes while doing sumo. I don't know where he got the idea of taking something he likes and mixing it with sumo, just talk about that and sumo. I'm not sure. Where did he get that? I don't know. But it's a pretty good podcast. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify. Probably other things at this point. It'd be fun. Go check that out. And one more thing. This is really cool. A guy named Mike Corey. We had a conversation on comments about weight because he said, 300 is still pretty light for Ura, because we were talking about Ura and how he's not really a lightweight anymore because he's over 300 pounds. Yeah. And I had a conversation about, the average is 330 and he's in the 320s at this point. So he's not that far. And he says, well, that's interesting. But what's the average of Division I? And that got me thinking, because every time they do average, they do all the sumo wrestlers. So I decided, I couldn't find it anywhere, so I decided just to do it myself. I wrote down all the weights and divided to get the actual, at the moment, as of this batch show, 354 pounds is the average in the top division.
354?
354 pounds.
354.
And, yeah, and Ura is at 324. So he's not really low, but he is under average.
He's a little below average.
But he's not. I mean, there's quite a few guys under 300 pounds. And guys over 400 pounds. He's still kind of in the middle.
There's a whole flock of dudes who are under 300.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, shit. Top division, you've got Ishiura, Kotoeko. Shit. Is Tobizaru, is Wakataka Kage under?
Hold on. I didn't name him. There's a guy 287 at the top. I'm betting that's him. That's either him or Hoshoru. Either one of them. One of them is probably under 300 pounds.
Yeah. They're probably the ones bringing that average down because there's I feel like there's more over that average than there are under.
It's about.
I mean, no. Oh wait. Oh no, sorry.
There's some big 400 guys like Ichinojo at 454 that blows the average up pretty high.
Yeah.
You know, and there's the one that actually surprised me was 390 pounds for Takayasu.
Takayasu, yeah.
90 pounds. He doesn't seem that heavy of a person. I mean, he looks big, but he doesn't look like he's.
It's the belly.
400, yeah.
He's got that thick. I mean, he's got like that hard, thick dad belly. Yeah, and he's got the back muscles.
Yeah, so I guess that was what does it because I would figured he'd be like 340 or 350, and 390 was surprising.
Yeah.
Another surprising thing because everybody complains about his weight, but Takakeisho in 2019, I think he was over 400 pounds.
Okay.
As of this last one, he's 359 pounds. He's dropped.
Holy shit!
And I think he's probably hanging around 360 because as a pusher thruster, you need that freaking weight behind you.
Yeah.
So,
dude, he's 350.
He's 350.
He's also short.
Yeah, I know. But he was over 400 pounds, and he dropped that much weight after getting married. And I remember them talking about his wife got him eating healthier.
Yeah. But he's moving better.
He is most of the time. And this tournament, he had his ups and downs, but for most.
Yeah. But like as a whole, like this new his new body, like he's just quicker.
He is.
He's a lot more agile. So
he's back to that 2018, that kind of like he was even better back then. Like when someone tried to get him to swipe by, and he would just somehow keep his balance every fucking time. It was impressive to watch, and he's back to that.
Shit.
His body can just stay healthy.
Onosho needs to learn how to keep his balance.
Okay, so appreciate you, Mike Corey. We're going to go on to the top division now. I'm sorry that took so long. Let's start off with most disappointing. And I believe both of us had the same guy for most disappointing.
Oh, God.
And that is Maystay, who's not only disappointing, but was on my fantasy team and killed my fantasy win.
One win. I don't know. How often have you seen one win? Now, there's people who have had like one win, a bunch of losses, or a bunch of, like if they're absent or something.
Yeah, like half the losses are.
But like to do all 15 days and one, and Macy's there was no reported injuries.
No.
And it just, and he's not a bad, he's not bad at all. I mean, he was, I don't like this, just it didn't make sense. And I would love to, I wish they did an interview on him, but when you take losses like that as an athlete, I think the last thing you want to do is talk about your losses. Like not, but I would love to be a fly on the wall of him in his, in his dressing room and hear, or even just like a psychic, just hear his inner thoughts. I don't know. Like where his head's at,
I know you don't watch football, but in football, players usually spout off the normal shit like sumo wrestlers do, like, oh, I'm doing this for the team and blah, 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 and the win's a win, and we're looking on next week and shit like that. Coaches will be more honest, And so I wish sumo wrestlers were sometimes like NFL coaches, where they'd be like, "Oh, you had a bad tournament. What do you think?" It's like, "What do you think? I think I'm pissed. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was sumo wrestling, and one just lost it. Like,
yeah, they gotta.
Yeah, what happened?
They gotta be a bit more poised. But still sometimes like that fight between Kotonowaka and or Kotoeko? No, Kotoeko and Takakeisho, like I don't know, they like the camera caught them at the right moment, I think, when they were backstage, and he was like he's like mad.
And then
Takakeisho was like, bam.
I'm not sure what that was. His face looked angry, but I think he was happy that he got his 8. I don't know, but it was so much emotion. It was perfectly captured.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. Yes. Good call, sir. Good call.
Yeah. So, like they do show their emotion, but because I mean we're all human, but I do wish I could hear his Meisei's full emotion about this, like, because it happens to the best. It happens to all of us. No, you just have a bad tournament. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can be physically ready, mentally ready.
8 or 9 losses, I might have just dropped out. I'm like, dude, this is not my 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'd go run my shoulder into a wall and be like, oh, no, I'm injured.
Oh, no. I don't know if I would normally do that because then you're married. But then you can't always do that because you know what? Ichi Yamamoto start off with 1 win through like that first week.
Oh, yeah.
He came back and got 8 and 7.
Yeah.
Never know.
Yeah. It's a mental fight. And same thing with the dude I totally don't like, Shodai. I mean, his first holy shit, week 1 was a week from hell. He was like, oh, damn, I'm not going to be Ozeki anymore. And I secretly was happy. But God,
we called that. We were wrong about that call. We
completely wrong.
Going to drop to the to Sekawake and have to get 10 next time.
He turned it on. He
looked like the Shodai who won the Yusho and looked like he was about to be this awesome Ozeki.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 tournaments he had, they were so amazing, and then he just felt like he didn't have the heart since then. It was only like the last I think he went 7-1 or like something. No, he went 8-1 the last 9 freaking matches.
Yeah.
That looked good, man.
And it ended up being the thorn in the thorn in my side in week 2.
Yeah,
because he had all the upsets. Like he was killing it, and
because he was coming off of hitting people. He wasn't like receiving the tacha. He wasn't trying to do backward bullshit that he does all the time.
Exactly, he was doing some smart sumo. I was like, oh my god,
he did something. His best win, in my opinion, was against Takakeisho. Because I have never seen someone come up and trap Takakeisho's arms fast enough that he couldn't blow you out the water.
Yeah.
He does to everybody. Everybody except for maybe Ichinocho. He blows people out the water. And he trapped those arms up and then was like, I got you. And then he just drove them out really fast before Takakeisho had even an idea to do something about it. It was fantastic. It was great. And even though I didn't watch my boy lose, that was amazing to watch. And I'm like, where is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Where was this the whole first week? Good Lord.
Well, Ozeki's here real quick. So let's go into Takakeisho. Well, you have anything to say about Takakeisho? He got 8, but he didn't get much after getting his 8.
Yeah. He looked good. I kept worrying that he was, because we know the ebb and flow with Takakeisho. He never half-assed. I don't
think he did too. I think he just wasn't.
There's just goes into these
more than he wants to admit right now.
Yeah, he goes into these ebbs and flows of injuries.
Yeah,
it's never. He always goes 100%, but the problem with going 100% as a pusher, like it's it's pretty. Just like look at Chio no Kuni. Like he was, dude, that looked like somebody just like duct taped his arm onto his body. Like it was.
This last injury was a new injury, so that's got to upset him too. Yeah. It's not his back or his knees; it was his ankle. So
right.
And he, like a lot of people, couldn't practice until COVID thing was done because almost everybody got COVID. So he had to wait till like a few weeks before.
Yeah.
He just looked a little slower off the line than normal. Not like a lot, like half a step, but that's all it takes for someone like Takayasu to be off.
Yeah. I mean, as we saw with Shodai, you know.
Yeah.
But and I would say, you know, in the Ozeki bracket, Mitakeumi is wearing his new position very well. He looked like an Ozeki, and like, you know, and he has been one. I've been a, you know, Mitakeumi fan forever, and for him, I know for him it had to have been frustrating all these years watching people that he fought with, you know, back in the day in university, you know, become, you know, like Takakeisho, become Ozeki, Shodai, become Ozeki, and like that, and Takayasu, like that probably, you know, over the years that shit had to hurt and had to like really, you know, fuck with him. And so I think finally him making Ozeki, he knew he knows he deserves to be there. And so now it's valid. This Basho was validation, and, you know, hats off to you. And I always love your the photographs of you in the springtime in a Mawashi next to like these, you know, beautiful flowers and trees. So please bring more pictures of that.
Oh yeah, no, I think he did great too. He was solid the entire way through. He's the kind of guy you can't take any time off of. Like, I mean, if you're gonna fight him, you have to give everything you have. If you're a little off, beat you. And that was fantastic. I would like also to say that I was a little disappointed because I was excited to see him and Takakeisho on the last day. I was as excited to see that as to see the two guys running for the U show, because those guys have a great history and an awesome freaking rivalry that I want to see him start up again. And it only works, it seems, when big guys do it to Takakeisho, but he just like did a little Hinka Takakomi to Takakeisho. Takakeisho just went straight down. It was fast. The Justin missed it. I was watching with Justin. Justin looked down at his phone, the text, and he was like, Baccus said, wait, what happened?
Oh, that's right. And the match is over. Yeah.
I was like, well, watch the replay. It was boring.
True. Shit.
That was crazy. But that made me a little bit sad. But
yeah. I will say, you know, a little bit out of the top division. Just overall, I think going into day 15, you had a lot of hard fought battles because there was a bunch of people who were at 7-7.
A lot, like it felt like that was third or to a quarter to a third. Yeah,
it was about it was a quarter, because there's 40 in the top division and there were 10 people at 7x7. And so there was some hard fought battles, and I thought that was really cool. I always like a good 7-7 match. Awesome. And this time we got a bunch of them. So that was pretty cool to watch those.
The middle of the last day really, really fun. While you're waiting for the big guys to come in, the middle of the day when it's like a bunch of guys who are 7-7, when that happens, everything's exciting because everybody's gonna give everything they have.
Yep. Because nobody wants to lose. I think one of the 7-7 matches that was a nice, tough one. What was my highlight? I think it was a Tamawashi versus Indo. That was a fun one. It just like,
oh yeah, you're right. That was good.
I don't know. I thought that was well fought, and you could tell how hard both of them wanted the match. I think who else was another 7x7 was the Tobizadu match. That round and round one that we saw, was that one a 7-7?
That might have been. I don't think he might have been 7-7. Hold on.
It was Tobizadu and Ichinojo.
I'm pretty sure Ichinojo already had his 8. That's why I'm not totally sure, but I'm gonna find out real quick.
I thought it was cool. Just them, like he was just like, keep going, around and round.
Toby. Nope, no, it wasn't. Toby had 8 wins. Ichinojo had 8 wins. I mean,
okay.
They were 7-7. They actually had pretty good. They both ended up with 9 for the whole thing.
Okay, well, It wasn't a 7-7, but they still made it look good.
Oh, it was fantastic to watch. It was like just like I don't know. It was when they started spinning around, like you're on the edge of your seat. Like, is someone gonna fall? Is someone gonna fall?
Someone's got to stop this. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some good matches all the way through, though. Like, I'm gonna talk about people who are impressed with. I was impressed with Hoshoryu. He was at Kobusubi, and that's very hard. Like, Ura had a terrible time at M1, and we know those two positions. I mean, they're just really hard ones.
Ura finished up with 4 wins.
Yeah, and I'm not totally surprised. He's going to be back up there, but the first there is really hard. But getting 8 and 7 your first time at Kobusubi is freaking amazing. And great wins. He won like 4 in his first week.
Yeah.
My favorite was against, again, I can't believe I'm saying all these great matches against Takayasu, but he had a plan for Takayasu from the beginning.
Hands down. Yeah.
You couldn't push him back. So he came on, took the receipt. He was getting pushed all the way back, kind of like a Butsukari, just like boom, just driving him to the edge. But he had his foot back waiting for it. And as soon as his foot hit Tawara, turned, then Takayasu went down, and I was like, oh my God, that was well planned. That was fantastically planned. I was like so amazed by that.
And if you look back in the video, I think they show him just before the match sitting there. I mean, he looked razor sharp. He looked like, yep.
He did most of
this is my day.
He didn't have his like we said, it's a mental thing when you're at M1 or Kobusubi. It's like, I'm gonna lose a bunch, but it's a mental thing. Going, hey, can I pull out as many wins as I can, and then I just get that 8 if I can move forward. At 8 and 7, I don't think they're going to move them up to Sekawaki because both the Sekawakis got more than 8. They did really good. Bobby, which we should talk about here in a second, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And so I'm pretty sure he's staying there. But staying there is fine because here's 8 wins. If he does better next time, he gets like, say, 10 or so. And then he might go for Sekawaki. And then, like, let's say he has a great one after that, like 12 or 13 wins. And suddenly he's an Ozeki. Because, like, it's that would be amazing.
And then we're there.
Because we called it on here, and that's what we're going to go to right now. We said, everybody was like, Abi. Look, Abi got 12 wins the last 3 tournaments. And Abi did this, and Abi did that. And we're like, no.
No.
Wagatake Kage is the future part 1. And the future part 1 freaking got 12 wins and a playoff victory to win this whole thing.
Yep.
We were correct.
Yes.
All the podcast. I mean, not going to be, obviously not going to be Ozeki in the next one, but it's the first step.
Yes.
Great first step.
And shit, his brother did amazing too. The Waka Bros.
Yeah. I really want to see the third one show up in Juryo, so we have all 3 of them in the freaking page stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
I wish somebody would make a T-shirt about like their faces, like Waka Waka Waka.
That should be you, sir.
Yeah.
Call them and say, I already got the design. Y'all want this? Trust me.
We'll have like Wakamoto Haru and then and you know Waka Flocka and then have like Fonzie the Bear like in the middle from what is it, from the Muppets or whatever, and then it's
the Muppets.
Waka Waka Waka.
All 3 Walker brothers. That'd be awesome.
Nobody better steal that, goddammit. I'm gonna try to make that. Fuck. Watch me see that shit on Etsy or something. I'm like, no. Waka Waka Waka.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we're very excited. We honestly think Waka. I got lost. It used too many Wakas. Waka Flocka is going to be the future part 1. He's going to get the Ozeki, maybe even higher. And Hoshoru's coming up right behind him to get to Ozeki, maybe even higher. They are amazing. They are the future. And I would like to say this also. Everybody talks about them. And I think Kotonowaka as like the princes of sumo, because all their relatives were
it's like a
Kotonowaka was a Yokozuna
dynasty
father, and then you have an uncle who's Yokozuna, and I think the Walker brothers had like I'm not sure how high their father or uncle was, when he was wrestling, but he got up, I think, the Kobusubi or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they're legacies. And so that's really cool and everything. And the younger people in the future. But I want to say this. Flocka is 27.
Yeah.
Takayasu is 25. So people who want to give up on him already, remember he's still really freaking young.
That blows my mind.
It does. He got there so fast that people keep forgetting. They think he's the same age.
Blows my mind.
As Shodai and those guys who are like about to turn 30 or 29 and 30 right now. He's like, he got there though at 22, guys.
Yeah.
Got there so fast.
Mm.
So even though I know the injuries are costing him, and I know there's a chance he will never make it, he's still young. He could, at 27, 28, find a new gear and freaking make it.
Yeah.
I still have hope.
We'll see. We'll see.
Justin,
that's about.
I want you. Do you have a Justin Kizard's Fighting Spirit Award?
Oh.
Because I got some matches.
I am, because there were some very exciting matches. I mean, shit, the obvious, because it sucks that it's so obvious. I mean, like I'll show you. Justin fighting, Fighting Spirit Prize goes to, Hoshoryu, or
there's at least 5 guys who could get it.
I know there's a lot. I'm gonna go really weird dark horse and say Kotonowaka had a good one.
Okay.
Because I know that one's not the most obvious, but he had a great tournament with some solid technique.
Solid as heck. He looked like just like straight up basic sumo, but doing it better than everybody else.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go against the grain and say Kotonowaka. Even though Hoshoryu, you were on fucking fire. Just saying.
He was, man. He was. Yeah. I thought you'd go with Takayasu because of how hard he fought until the very end. Okay, damn. I have to renege only because I know Takayasu deserved to win that tournament, and the little fucker Shodai stole his thunder. Just snatched that thunder from him. I'm like, man, why couldn't the Shodai have won a bunch in the first week and then do his normal thing where when he starts losing, he's like, oh man, I just give up. Ugh. But no, he had to turn the fucking heat on. If I get lucky, that's cool. Otherwise,
and then he makes this little face. He's just like, oh, But yeah, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I'm giving it to my man, the bear. He don't. Right, I'm mad that he doesn't do his his prep thing. He did a little bit, but he didn't do it like he used to. He did.
I just missed it. I noticed that, and I went back to check it. They were on him, not on him, and then they cut right to them when he was already down like this. And I was like, did he do it? And I looked back. He fucking did it, dude. NHK just screwed up. They weren't expecting him to do it again. He did it for the playoff. He was pumping himself up for it. Damn it. I'm trying to find a video of it because I want it so bad because he hadn't done it for so long. All right, that was a good one. That's a good Fighting Spirit Award. We're going to the match of the Basho. There was a lot of good ones. Please go back and look at some of these awesome ones. I have on day 8, Ura and Wakata Kage. On day 9, Takayasu and Aoyama. Day 11, Takeisho and Waka Takage, and so on and so forth. Day 13 was the one that I thought would be the match of the Basho. That was Takayasu and Takakeisho.
That looked I got tired just watching that. I needed to take a nap.
They went to war, right? At first it was normal, like sumo pushing and stuff. Yeah. After a while that wasn't working, so they started smacking each other in the face punch to find a place to live. And then
Takayasu was kind of swiping. He's just like, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ.
But Takayasu kept catching himself and catching himself.
No.
And right at the end,
you get the fuck out.
Right at the end, Takakeisho just slowed down like a step He slowed down a step. You saw it. I think everybody saw it. He just slowed down one step. And Takayasu, right at that point, just saw it and came in, grabbed the belt, threw him down.
Yeah.
It was such a good match. At that point, I thought Takayasu was going to win the whole thing. Yeah. That was such a hard-fought, awesome match.
So did I. Fuck you, Shodai.
When they ended up making 12 wins, there was a playoff with Takayasu and Wakatani Kage, which is one of the best playoffs I've ever seen, like top 5 all-time best playoffs I have ever seen. Those two guys did not want to lose. They fought with everything they had. Start off like I think Wakatani Kage knew he was coming, so he did like a hinka. But not like a full-on hinka, just a hinka to get into a better position. And he had a good position. And Takayasu knocked it free. And then they were just fighting for the best position. Takayasu suddenly had a pretty good one and was driving them. And it looked like it was going to be over. I think all of us thought it was going to be over. And then when he was getting pushed out, he just, I don't know, his knees, it almost looked like he sat down. But like he brought his butt back up, grabbed Takayasu's arm, pulled himself back into the ring to the left, put his other arm behind. Yeah,
pulled him by the elbow or something like that, and then also continued to assist from behind the Mawashi.
Yeah, and it was
From the back angle, I was like, why the fuck didn't Takayasu just fucking swat him out? But I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah, he had that arm. It was kind of hard to swat somebody when they got on you like that. Such a fantastic match. So that will be Caleb X's match of the Basho. It was fantastic.
Hell yeah. All right.
So that was the tournament. I'm sorry we rushed through this more than usual. Like I said, we already had done this on Sunday and it got screwed up, so we did this pretty fast.
Yeah, that's all good.
Something. Hopefully in a week.
Hopefully y'all still love us.
Yes, hopefully. We're pretty awesome. Hopefully in a week we'll get together to we want to get together. If not, we might have to do it like this, but we want to do a review on the all women's United States wins that happened in Texas.
Yep.
The day before the last day of the Basho on that Saturday. We would love to do that because those girls fought with everything they had. They gave a lot of heart in that tournament.
They did.
If you haven't seen it, you can watch it on Dark Circle Sumo on YouTube or Lone Star Sumo on YouTube.
Yep. We out here.
Yeah. And we'll get together. We'll drink some at that point and talk about it. Yeah. Are we forgetting anything? I don't think we're forgetting anything.
I don't think so. Oh, one last little thing, which I hope you can find a picture of this because it's fucking hilarious. And once you see it, you're never going to unsee it. I want you guys to look at a picture of one of the fish people on SpongeBob.
Okay.
And I swear that the Rikishi Koto Shoho looks like one of those fish people on SpongeBob. I hope we can maybe even find a picture.
I'll do my best because I know what you're talking about. To
hilarious.
Me, it looked like he had like a mouthpiece in. That's what it looks like. He's like, I can't unsee it. I'm just like, dude, he's one of the he's like the fish people down, going to like getting a Krabby Patty and shit. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Okay. That's it for the March Basho. We will, like I said, we'll have a review coming up.
Yep.
I don't think we have anything else planned for April because we
got to go to nationals.
We're gonna be in Salt Lake City. If we can do something from Salt Lake City, we will try. That'll be a lot of fun. It's
good.
Important at the tournament itself, but if we can find a way to do it, we'll do it.
We will be drinking, so
we'll be drinking with lots of sumo wrestlers that day.
Yes, yeah. Let's we'll do that out. All right.
I'll do my best. If not, we will be back for the preview the next month. And summer one, I'm going to call right now before the preview, since he got injured and then he had an okay return. I'm thinking 11 to 13 wins for Takesho, probably a U show. Hopefully a U show so he can do another Ozeki run where he gets injured the one after that. Makes me cry.
Yeah.
He makes me want to cry. But yeah, that's what's going on. So if you have a lot of stuff coming up, come back to Sake and Sumo, ladies and gentlemen. Normally I finish with a drink, but I'm going to be drinking for a little while longer, guys. I
Oh yeah,
do this.
I got a little bit. Yeah, I got a little bit to play with. but I will cheers. I will cheers you guys. Ooh. Yeah.
See you later. Thanks.
Laters. Peace. Mm.